Okay, I'm going to come back and pick these guys up because I printed my handy duty chart. So this is kind of helpful here. So let's look at this one. So again, Roman numerals positional, like the order matters, but as far as it's not really a place value system as far as like base 10 or other bases go. But you have to build the number. So what I do is pull it apart. And remember, you can have 3 in a row of the same thing, but you can't have 4. So like 40, this is totally illegal, right? Because that's 4 in a row. And so to do 40, what you do is you'd be like, I need to take 50 minus 10 to get a 40. So I'm going to do a 50. And then if I put it in front of, like my 10 here, then that's going to tell me to subtract. So I have L and then X, and that's going to tell me to subtract. 60, again, totally illegal. That would be 6 in a row. No, 3's the most. So if I want 60, I'd have to think, okay, I want a 50 and I want to add a 10. So if it's after, you would add. So I would put my L and then X. All right. So we need to use those rules. So 900, I can't do 500 plus 100, 100, 100, 100. That's 4 of them. Can't do. So I'm going to use my 1,000, and I'm going to put an M here. And I want to subtract 100. So let's see. And again, you can only subtract within one place value. So, you could subtract 1 from 10 or a 5, or you could subtract the 10s from each other, but within a place value, thousands to hundreds. So you can't subtract 1 from 1,000. That's totally illegal. So I have my 1,000, I have my 900. Okay, 80. Well, let's see. I can't do all 10s, but I could do 50 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10. So that's good. So 50 is an L, and then I need, 3 10s, so 1, 2, 3. All right, and then 4, I can't do 4 in a row, totally illegal, so I'm going to have to use that 5. So to get a 4, I'm going to take a 5 and subtract 1. So if it's after, I would add, so I don't want to do that. So I want it in front, so I subtract. So there we go. All right, so there's my final answer. Okay. All right, this one, same thing, 600. Ooh, I can't do 6 of them, but I can do a 500 and add. So if I do that, 500 is a D. If I put a C after it, I would add. 50 is a symbol, so that's nice. That's just L. And 4 we did before. I want a 5, but I want to subtract it, so I put the I in front. Okay, so there's that. Let's look this one. And sometimes there's more than one way of doing things, like 70. You could maybe do a 50 and add a couple, or maybe you take 100 and subtract 3. So, sometimes there's more than one way. But all right, 3 M's is 3,000. All right, so now let's look XL. Okay, so we have an X and then an L. X is a 10 and L is a 50. I have a smaller thing in front of a bigger, so that means I'm going to subtract, so that must be 40. So that's going to jump. Do you see how that's not a place value system? That's not in the 100 spot. That's 40 is this guy, so there must be a 0 here. They don't have 0, but I know there is because it skips 100. There's no 100 things in the picture, and then I go to 40. And then at the end, I just have 2. All right, and then let's see, we did those. All right, I had to rewind earlier because I ran out of time on this one, so I'm going to re-talk about this. Again, if I want to go back to base 10, this would be Mayan culture. There's a hand, 5, 6, 7, and then a hand, which is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And again, if you have this for the test, there it is. But again, I want you to go back to base 10. So you can't just say it's 79 and add the 7 and 9 or anything like that. Because their 7 doesn't mean what our 7 means and their 9 doesn't. All right, and even our 1 doesn't really mean 1. It depends on where it is. Here it means 1 set of 100 or 3 sets of 10. Here it does not. This 7 means 7 sets of 20, right? And then 9 sets of 1. So again, making that place value chart and having that on a cheat sheet is a good idea. Okay, and I think the one I put on the test is Babylonian, not Mayan. So, but it might be on the quiz though. So anyway, so I'm going to take 70 plus 9. Well, oopsie, I need my 20. That's worth 20. So what is that? 140 plus 9 is 149. So again, 7 times 20 is 140, and then my 9, and then add it up. All right, so draw this in Egyptian. All right, so here's all my Egyptian pictures. So you would need, I'm not going to draw this because you guys can draw it. 4 frogs. So again, you'd have to draw 4 frogs. And I'll try, but my frogs are going to be bad. Ooh, right, maybe give them some feet. Yeah, I'm not an artist. So 4 frogs. And then 0, right? Again, they don't need a 0 because they just skip it. They don't do it. Kind of like Roman just skipped it. 2,000. Okay, 2 of the lotus flower guys. And then 3, draw 3 coiled ropes. And then what? Draw 4 of the heel bones. And then draw 5 of the singles. So just draw the picture. And again, remember, order doesn't matter. So you guys can finish drawing that. Chinese. Let's see, this I think is probably on a quiz, but I don't think I put it on the test. So the cool thing with this is like they actually do the place rate. So they say like, I don't know, if you have the number 348, they go 3, I have 3 hundreds and I have 4 tens and I have 8. So you kind of know what it is. So this is, let's just write what these are. This is 2. This guy is 1,000. The T-looking guy is a 7. The thing that looks like a dynamite thing, where is it? Oh, there it is, 100. T thing again is what, 7. Cross or plus looking thing, where's that at? Is a 10. And then this kind of person looking thing doesn't have a head, but 6. All right, and you just kind of read it. Like, what does it say? 2,700, 7 tens, and 6. So this is 2,770, and then 6 singles at the end. So that's kind of super cool. They basically, kind of like how we spell it out, they kind of spell it out with numbers. So that's cool. Do you think teachers should be allowed to do Hindu Arabic? Well, I hope so, because Hindu Arabic, like the Middle East, is where base 10 comes from. So super smart. It's a system everyone in the world uses right now, you know, so it kind of comes from that region of the world. And so thankful we have base 10. And let's see, if we're going to count in base 3, I'm not going to put this on the test, but it would be 0, 1, 2. They wouldn't have 3, so are you okay they jump to 10? Because if they hit 3, they would regroup into a next place 5. So they'd have 10, 11, 12. And again, when they hit 13, they wouldn't have 13. They would regroup and jump to 20, 21, 22. Now, 23 is kind of weird because the 3 would make this turn into a 30, but they don't have 30 either, so it'd regroup into 100. Okay, and these, we usually put like a little subscript if we're in base 3. And again, it just means how many sets of 3 you have. 100 doesn't necessarily mean you have 100. It means you have 0 of the singles, 0 of those, and 1 flat. But that flat is what, 3 by 3? So this is actually worth 9 to us, but you know, it's 100 to them. So, all right, there's that. Okay, the other thing I posted is I said about this logic thing. See how much time I have here. Oh, where's my mouse? Sorry, I don't have a mouse. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I would print off this as well for the exam because those get kind of tricky. So, you know, like undoing these. So, like some people drink milk. The negation is some people drink milk or no people. None. So, no people drink milk. Okay. Here, some dogs do not have fleas. Okay. Some dogs, right here. Some dogs do not have fleas. All dogs have fleas. Okay. No butterflies bite. Okay, so no butterflies bite. Some butterflies bite. Some, I can't see that very well. Butterflies bite. Let's see. No rabbit wears glasses. So no, some wear. Let's see. Some locks are keyless. Where some locks are keyless. No locks are keyless. And then all pens use ink, some, and then this is, be careful. All use ink, some do not. So this would be some pens do not use ink. And remember the way these work is one of them has to be true or false. So if you're like, Okay, some dogs do not have fleas. Okay, you're like, yeah, that's true. Some dogs don't. So this has to be false. All dogs have fleas. We know that's false. I mean, I hope so. Otherwise, I might have fleas in my house. No butterflies bite. Some butterflies bite. One of these is true. The other one's false. I don't know if butterflies bite or not. I'm not privy to that. All pens use ink, right? So all pens use ink. I'd probably say that's false because if you have like a stylus pen, there's no ink in there. So all pens use ink, false. Some pens do not use ink is true. Again, the negation is that none of them use, is not that none of them do. All and none do not negate because, again, one has to be true, one's false. So, again, this handy chart will help you are negating those, okay? And then here, stating a statement, the coffee is Maxwell House. This guy looks like an and or an a, so it's an and. This is an or. So the coffee is what? Either Maxwell House brand or the coffee is hot. And this says not cute. So this is the coffee is not hot and it's strong. So you could say the coffee is strong and it's not hot, something like that, okay? All right, and then truth tables. You need to do the truth table, and then what they're asking here is, while Q and R represent false statements, find the value. All right, so we're going to make a truth table. So we're going to do P and Q. Oh, no, is there R in there? Okay, R. So that means, we need all there's like 8 possibilities. Fun, it's like true, 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 false, and so forth. All right. I might come back to that one in the next video. Let's see if we can find one that just has a couple. Let's do this one. This one just has 2. All right. So I have P and Q. And I think on the test, the one I give you only has 4. It's either true, 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 false, false, true, or false, false. Only has 4 outcomes. And so, again, do what you need to do here at the top. So what do I need to know? I need to know not Q, and I need to know not P for that. All right, so not Q. Well, if it's true, it goes to false. False goes to true. True goes to false. False goes to true. Here, the opposite of true is false. Opposite of true is false. Opposite of false is true and true. All right, so now I need to do this first. And then once I get an answer for this, I can finish the problem. So not P, Q. All right, and this does not look like an A, so this is an or. And ors are easier to tell the truth because only part of it has to be true. So I'm going to look at what? Not P and Q, or Q, I should say. All right, so right there, let me grab something different. Okay, so only one of them has to be true to be true. So that's going to be true. Nope. That's going to be true, and that's going to be true. Because the only one that's false is when they lied about both. All right? So we got that row, or column, sorry. So now we have to do this second. We already did these guys. So now we're going to combine the whole thing. And again, on your test, this one might be a multiple choice question on your test, but again, I would do your work in your notebook and figure it out. All right, so I'm going to combine not Q, which is this, and with this. And again, sometimes having a pen that works might be helpful. All right, but I'm going to cover that guy up so I don't have to look at it all. All right, this is what? An or again. So this is an or. So easy to tell the truth. Told the truth, told the truth, told the truth, told the truth. So it really doesn't matter what P and Q are. Like they could both be true, false, doesn't matter. Whatever they are, this statement is always going to be true regardless. So it doesn't matter if P is my hair is pink and Q is my dog's name is Scooby-Doo. Doesn't matter. Whatever this means, like not this or blah, 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 it's always going to be true. Nobody cares. All right, let's do this one down here. We will start the table at least, and then I'll finish this in another video. So make your truth table. And, true, 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 false, false, true, and what? False, false. And then we'll pick this up in the next video. So I'll just do as much as I can. Maybe you could do not P before the next video. So not P would be what? False, false, true, true. And then we can finish this guy up.